We are glad you're still watching Talk Indo. Hot topic number 3, creative kids. Now, maybe you've seen this. 5 middle school girls in Central Sulawesi having fun during a classroom break. Yes, they're dancing to Maroon 5 while praying in between. When school officials saw this, they didn't call them in and warn them about possible negative reactions. No, the school expelled them, banned them from taking their final exams, and had them charged with the crime of blasphemy. Come on, I understand the religious sensitivities involved, but this was another case of official overreaction.
Yes.
I really want to touch on this wonderful article in the Jakarta Post. And I'm actually the reason why I'm bringing it up is because surprised in a good way that the chairman of the Central Sulawesi chapter of the Indonesia Ulama Council, Mr. Ali Muhammad Al-Jufri, he actually said some really good things, which is one, that
he was against it or for it?
That the expulsion were carried out too hastily, without any consideration for the girls' futures. And aside from that, they did bring up, the article did bring up that those officials or the schools, the principals, etc., they didn't know what to do with it because it was something like, wait, you know what they said the reason was? Oh, they didn't want a public outcry, so might as well just expel them. They didn't want to deal with those kids.
It doesn't look like they're not mocking Islam, right? They're just having fun.
I mean, first of all, they're little girls. They're really young people. And I think it's just ridiculous to, I mean, first of all, I understand that we are in a very, complicated world where we can't joke about things.
Politically sensitive.
I mean, it is.
You need to be politically correct.
You have to be politically correct, and then you're always afraid and oppressed by how people may perceive or what they might think as insulting. And but to me, again, I mean, I've seen the videos. They were just 5 girls having fun and just dancing around. They were not praying, or they didn't do that in the middle of a prayer or something. It was just, and what I don't understand is that someone filmed
one of their friends on their handphone.
Exactly. But then it was meant to be something like personal. Who put it online?
Right. Well, same with another case.
Ask Ariel about that. Yeah, that's the problem. And Anggun, you're Muslim, right? You were raised Muslim.
I am.
And in France, you've seen the other side of it. In France, they have legislation against the wearing of jilbabs. So you've seen it from both sides.
Yeah, but then again, in Indonesia as well. I mean, you don't, and unless you go to Muslim schools or sekolah negeri, but then normally you don't really see. I mean, we're pretty relaxed with this,
but there's a move toward more conservatism.
And I think, looking at the video, I do have to say, from their perspective, from the people who were shocked by it, I think it was because these girls were connecting between the prayer, the Muslim prayer, with dancing that was slightly,
that's mock or having fun with Islam,
of sexual nature.
They deserve that kind of
exactly.
Deserve to be. I mean,
we have to separate the future. We have to separate the two.
I say let the girls take their exams, move on, everybody, because we're talking about
I love
futures,
this,
like you said.
And I love as well what the Al Khairat Teachers Association chairman, it's like PGA basically, Mansur Ababa, he said that the youngsters who mocked prayer movements by dancing indicated the poor guidance being carried out
school,
in the schools.
And parents also. Parents
exactly.
But if I was a parent, I'd be mad at the school. Okay, gotta move on. Feedback time, and feedback is good. We love feedback. Now, Eddie had this to say on Twitter: maybe Talk Indo would be better with the topic incredible women. Well, that would apply to today, Eddie. Another tweet, this one from Osman: do you have any plans to have young activists on your program? Suggest some names, Osman, and we'll do it. And Windu posted this on our Talk Indo Facebook page. It's an interesting thing on Talk Indo where Dalton says, terima kasih. Why is my pronunciation wrong? What's going on with that?
Okay. They love it.
Email your comments with name and city to talkindo@metrotvnews.com. Post something on our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter, and then tweet us. Final words, Anggun.
Final words. It's actually back on the first topic because it's really close to my heart. Again, I'm definitely not for death penalty. I think, again, of this phrase of Mahatma Gandhi, an eye for an eye, make the world blind. So it's really definitely, I mean, we don't live alone in this world, and we have to take care of each other, and we have to we really have to keep an eye on one another.
Well, I never heard that quote. Very nice quote. All right, final word, Sarah.
Love that quote. Well, I just came back literally a few days ago from America, where I spoke on the fight against human trafficking here in Indonesia at Congress there. And they had a pretty interesting response in that they were really grateful for the information. But aside from that, anywhere around the world, evil is the same, wherever you are. And so one thing by Edmund Burke, I love his quote, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. So do something for the better."
All right, my final word. I don't have a quote, but let me say this. Not everyone loves their job. Factory workers, street vendors, domestic help, even journalists wish they had more fun or more creative things to do with their minds. But all are doing what they need to do, because the bigger picture is taking care of yourself and taking care of your families. So I salute and support everyone making ends meet without complaint and without public